The number of food stamp fraud investigations and prosecutions in New York City has reached a peak number. If you're investigated for food stamp fraud in New York and you want answers, stay with me. My name is Alice Lee. I'm an attorney at the law office of Joseph Potashnick and Associates. And today we will talk about food stamp investigations in New York City, what triggers an investigation, and of course, how we can help you. Income means your household's total gross monthly income before tax and withholdings are subtracted. You should disclose all types of income, including the income of anyone who lives with you or supports you, and any money that you receive from anyone. There are many ways the government can find out about unreported income, mostly through the many computer databases that our various agencies share. At some point, you will receive a letter ordering you to come in for an interview. Now, this is the crucial point. What do you do when you get the letter? We always tell our clients that they should seek legal advice before speaking with any investigators. Making statements to them won't help you at all, but it can hurt you in many ways. Now, why am I saying this? Many people ask, but the letter says that I have to go. The answer is no. You don't have to speak with any investigators. There is no such obligation. But if you speak with them, you will make self-incriminating statements that will be used against you in court. Speaking with fraud investigators is no different than speaking with any other law enforcement agents. Their job is to get the evidence against you before moving the case on. So if your case is about misrepresenting your income, it is largely a paper case, easy to prove, and there's not much you can say that will help you. Whether you intentionally misrepresented your income or made an honest mistake in reading the application, they really only care that it was done. So, how can we help you? Many of our clients make mistakes in applying for government programs because they didn't really understand the reporting obligations or they relied on other people's advice. Even though the offense is done when you submit the application with a false information, a good lawyer should always try to prevent criminal prosecution. This is always our primary goal and your best case scenario. We have handled hundreds of public benefit fraud cases, helping our clients avoid prosecution. But even if you are arrested and prosecuted, we can still minimize your criminal exposure. Let me give you an example. Last year, we had a client who was arrested for misrepresenting her income on her food stamp application. Her income was close to $70,000, and she collected close to $9,000 in food stamp benefits for herself and her kids. She was charged with several felony charges, including grand larceny, welfare fraud, and filing of a false business document. Unfortunately for her, she had a green card. She was not a U.S. citizen, making it very likely that she would face deportation. The case was very straightforward. There was no defense strong enough to go to trial. What we managed to do was work out a plea agreement with the DA that allowed the client to pay restitution before she pled guilty. When she did plead guilty, it was to a reduced misdemeanor attempt count. She was sentenced to a conditional discharge, meaning that the case was closed. This allowed her to avoid a conviction of an aggravated felony and probably a crime of moral turpitude, so she could have a better chance to avoid deportation. However, this is an extreme example. In all public benefits fraud investigation, a good lawyer should always try to resolve the case without drama. If you have more questions about your food stamp fraud investigation, I want you to pick up the phone and call us today so we can help you.